Hi, I'm Nate Morsches, president of RPG in downtown Lawrence. I'm also an RN that has weekly experience with COVID-19. This is a new weekly update we are going to be providing, not to replace any sort of official sources of information, but to help just give you all an on-the-ground perspective from a business owner and an RN who lives in Lawrence, Kansas. So some general facts about COVID. The city of Lawrence is putting together a new economic development plan. They are going to different stakeholders in the community and talking to people here in Lawrence. Our leadership team here at RPG is going to be participating in a focus group. Going along with the how economics tie into this whole pandemic, Laura Kelly is going to be giving a major economic development right at 4. That's just a few minutes from now. So right when you're done with us, hop over and see what Laura Kelly's talking about. There are 2 residents here in Lawrence who have tested positive at an in-town nursing facility. Now, that is some news here, but what I really wanted to tell you about was kind of how bad things got at the hospital for a little while there, because there were certain nursing facilities that had so many positives. It would spread so quickly that certain nursing facilities, we would treat all the patients who come from them as positive, even if they came for a fall, which obviously has nothing to do with COVID, and they had no symptoms. They would come in and we would put them under isolation and make sure that we had full gown and mask and the whole thing. So, we're not at that point here in Lawrence, I don't think, but it does spread quickly at nursing homes, so please keep your loved ones safe, keep the elderly safe as much as you can. Another thing is Albert Wilson, his court date is going to be August 24 at 9 a.m., and Run Terrace, Washington is September 11. So around these things, I'm aware of a few actions or protests that are going to be happening right around that time. So make sure that you are wearing your mask and social distancing as much as possible if you're going to be participating in those events. Be safe. So more information about what we've seen at the hospital here recently in the past week. Interestingly, at my hospital, Advent Health Shawnee Mission, the number of COVID patients, we broke our record earlier this week, even though acuity or level of care needed for these patients is still lower than it was back in March and April. So still a high number. The number of people who are getting COVID is still pretty high, but we're in a better spot in terms of who's intubated, who's on a ventilator, that kind of thing. Another thing is about 2 weeks ago, there was a steady increase in COVID hospitalizations in the region, and right at the crest of that is when we did break that record. But actually in the past few days, the most immediate few days, it has leveled out, which is really great. KC Metro still has adequate capacity to handle the current cases. That's a report I've received from the administration at my hospital as well. So we're still at a place where we're able to take care of everyone who's sick. Now, that being said, as I've mentioned the past few weeks, non-COVID, but still at the hospital, is that mental health is just skyrocketing, and it's such a difficult thing. It requires a one-to-one observation, a single staff member being with that patient to make sure that they're safe. We obviously care so much about those people who are suffering, and it does make it hard when the staff is taking care of them and taking care of the COVID patients coming in, and there's a lot of strain right now on healthcare workers, but with mental health increasing so much, make sure that you're doing everything you can to stay safe, stay socially distant, but be connected with those around your loved ones. Be connected with your family and your friends, and make sure you're keeping yourself healthy and as much as possible taking care of your mental health. At RPG here, we're continuing all of our COVID precautions, keeping all our patrons and our staff safe. We got a whole policies and procedures written for COVID. We now have Bring RPG Home, which is a board game rental service. You can hop on, sign up for the alpha, and you can get some board games right in your own home. We also have outdoor dining, which is now set up, and I've had just a really great time with our customers who've come out and been able to enjoy the beautiful weather we've had this week, and it's a really great way to stay safe as well. We have to-go cocktails, if that's your thing. Sign up and we can get you what you need to experience Mo's wonderful cocktails, our bar manager, Mo. Have them at home and enjoy them with your significant other, and so on and so forth. If you have any questions, we have a new email address, rpgnurse@rpglawrence.com. You can email me directly, and if your question is reasonable, I'll do my best to answer it live on these weekly update videos. You can also leave a comment on social media, YouTube, etc. Once again, we are not an official source, and we recommend looking to the local authorities, the CDC and the WHO, for the most up-to-date information. I'm Nate Morsches, an RN and the president of RPG. We hope that you stay safe, happy, and healthy in this time, and that we all continue to work together to help Lawrence thrive.